You mentioned a very intriguing word for me that, one of the things people ask you to be a politician. And you said, you're saying that, suggest that it's a bit far away for you in terms of thinking about it. But what do you think from a politics point of view? What attracts you for it? I'm not saying to be a politician tomorrow, but what are the right things and what are the things which brings you closer that you want to be a politician one day?
I think...
or you might think about.
Yes. Well, I think one of the main things is that many politicians, I feel, don't perhaps have a strong enough understanding of the people, and they're just throwing money at this and that, but they don't know exactly what that means. So, yeah, I think that they perhaps, I don't know, can't suggest any way or how they would perhaps do this necessarily, but I think somehow they could be perhaps better at building a stronger connection with the people, whether that's through their advisors connecting them or, focus groups or,
being amongst those conversations. And then that's what democracy is for the people, by the people, and of the people. And in terms of your understanding of political issues and challenges as a country, what are the biggest things you think are the positives? What have we done good, culturally and politically? And what do you think we have done not so good, culturally and politically?
Oh, that's a hard one. In terms of culturally, it's having an understanding of, everybody having an understanding of each other, and that not everybody is the same. So I'm not talking disability here necessarily.
Yep. All Australians.
I'm talking from an Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander kind of perspective. I feel I feel that they're recognised, but perhaps maybe not valued. And value is such a strong belief for me that I just don't feel it's right that there's sections of society that shouldn't be valued. And sorry, if
please add if you want to add more.
If I could get you to repeat the other half of your question.
The other half was, what do you think we have done good politically?
Politically, yeah.
And culturally, which you already answered. But the second part was, what do you think we have done good and not so good politically in this country? Or, to simplify it, we should say, from a democratic country point of view, what are the good things and then what are not so good things?
Well, I guess the political issues are, how do we... I guess it's not all about... Money isn't everything. So you're not going to solve all the problems by throwing money at people. You've got to find some middle ground. And, one of the things... And also, one of the things, just to give the NDIS as an example, having it only cover people that are under 65 is effectively creating segregation. I mean, obviously, there has to be some constraints on it, because otherwise it wouldn't be sustainable. And obviously, the current situation is that it isn't sustainable in its current form, but there should be greater awareness the government should be creating greater awareness if they can't support people under 65 or over 65, I'm sorry, of the services that can be provided to people of that age. Because I know people who are over 65 and in a similar position to me, need daily support or whatever, and they simply can't get it. So they don't have the same opportunities as somebody like me. And I know people who are under 65 who perhaps don't, in my opinion, I don't have any proof of this, but perhaps don't need to have so much access to the NDIS. So it's a balancing act.
Thank you. I think it's very fine work of balancing expectations and reality and the financial the resources we have as a country.